first glance, you think it's some kind of pup cruiser. A second look, and you see it's more like an armored truck. Close up, you realize this is Rambo on wheels. Mobile Operations Urban Terrain. It's what Andy Cohen, a former lawman and bodyguard, fondly calls his monster machine.
First time I was acting as an executive protection agent or a bodyguard, we got shot at. We were driving a rented Ford Taurus, and I thought there's got to be a better vehicle out there.
Andy built one. It weighs 12,000 pounds, has 12 miles of wires and cable inside. Sirens, strobe lights, bullet-resistant windows, bulletproof tires.
If the tire went flat, it would still ride. You could still drive it for at least 50 miles.
There are floodlights, 3 video cameras, one has night vision, an external bulletproof locking gun vault, a titanium waterproof wireless computer/fax machine, a satellite positioning system, and under the hood, 5,000 watts of power.
Then we use a special dry cell battery that's, even if you put a bullet through it, it won't leak any acid and it'll still keep working.
And that's exactly what Andy hopes his machine will be doing during next week's Democratic National Convention.
If they felt that everything was coming apart at the seams and they required the use of a vehicle like this, they could call me and say, bring it.
This urban assault vehicle is designed to be a command and control vehicle. On one full tank of gas, 44 gallons, it can run as a command post for 70 hours. But imagine this coming right at you into the middle of a violent crowd.
You've seen how the police use horseback sometimes to bet people back?
Please move away from the intersection.
You basically got a 12,000-pound horse here.
A workhorse with enough gizmos and guts to put a wrench in any protester's plans. In San Bernardino, I'm Mary Grady, News 13.
To start somewhere. It has to start sometime. What better place than here? What better time than now?
It has the sound and feel of real battle, shots whizzing past your head, soldiers running for cover. But this is paintball, and nowhere is it more intense than SC Village in Corona.
As a sport, how big is paintball getting?
Paintball in general is growing. It's been growing for the last 6-7 years. We're now the #4 extreme sport. We just beat snowboarding, and we're a billion-dollar industry.
Cool.
There are 2 types of players, the normal walk-ons dressed in camouflage, and pro players, paintball junkies that have their own uniforms, like this one by JT Industry.
You think I can go out there and come back as clean as I am now?
Just the way he looks is going to scare everybody. That's one. But he's not going to come back this clean. Because if he comes back this clean, we're throwing him in the river.
As for the weapons, most people rent guns and buy balls at the Village. It'll cost you around $30. Other players go all out and buy their own weapons to give them an advantage.
This isn't the typical gun used by the weekend warrior. This is the gun everyone aspires to have. Made in England, it's called the Angel, and it fires up to 20 rounds per second.
Whether you own the top-of-the-line equipment or you rent it for the day, organizers say the great thing about paintball is that anyone can play. Are you ready? That's one of the reasons Greg Grosh and his 2 sons Ryan and Justin are here.
You really don't realize how much the adrenaline starts flowing, until you get out there and you start seeing the balls flying and your heart starts beating and you get on the ground and you crouch down and, you're crawling around doing belly crawls and balls are flying by you and, it feels like, you were really in battle.
The game is intense. The goal, to reach the other team's flag in 20 minutes.
You guys, C group, you want to make it past the guard tower, hit the mounts, pinch him at the jet plane, okay?
But it's not that easy.
Get out of the way!
In the end, you do a lot of scrambling, diving, shooting, and ducking. And if you're not very good, you can get shot dead center.
Damn, all right, he got me.
But I wasn't the only casualty of war.
Oh, look at you, man, you're covered.
Saving Private Ryan, you know how I do it. I take it for the team.
We're gonna have stuff this one. We'll
You are on the subway.
I cannot help you if you're not willing to help yourself. You need to learn self-respect and discipline.
Yes, sir, what? I'm on discipline, sir.
Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
I've been instructed once on the position of attention. Do not forget it. Get back into class.
Boot camp for kids.
1, 2, 3, 1.
A day the deputies in charge call hell.
Come on!
Are you rolling with the insane gangsters?
For troubled kids all over LA County, this is the price for their past.
The reason I'm here is for stealing the car at the mall.
Vandalism or smoking, curfew.
And I'm here because I have a smart attitude and a smart mouth.
I broke my teacher's window from her car.
But this is also a way out, a chance to graduate from a young life of bad behavior or crime. The VITA program, Vital Intervention and Directional Alternatives. It's the LA County Sheriff's Department's 16-week-long program to keep these kids out of jail.
You better give some serious thought to the things that brought you to this room.
VITA starts with intake night, parents in the back.
Parents, we can't lose control. We can't lose control.
Their children front and center, and the talk is tough.
All of you guys, male and female, are a bunch of punks, a bunch of cowards, and a bunch of
Ex-cons paint a graphic picture of where a life of crime leads.
And I watch kids just like you come into the penitentiary every day, and they got the shock of their life. I've seen young men raped to death in prison.
On day one, reaction from the kids is mixed.
I didn't like it. They yell too much.
Probably this will straighten out my life, make me want to decide, if I want to be in jail, do I want to be in the right way?
Well, I know when I come out, I'm going to feel real good about myself.
It's 3 months later now. Many kids have dropped out. Those remaining appear to have learned the drill. Are these bad kids?
No, I think that they're just children that have yet to really find a place for themselves. And if they were bad, they wouldn't be in the VITA program because this is still an opportunity to make a change.
Next stop, a potentially life-changing event, a full day inside Corcoran State Prison. These kids are about to exit the real world and enter the unknown prison world for the first time, hopefully the last time. Once inside the prison yard, the convicts run the show for the VITA kids. Men here for murder, 3 strikers, almost all serving life.
I've been in prison since I was 16 years old. So don't think it can't happen to you because it can.
Nobody wants to come to prison. But you're involved in gangs, drugs. That'll lead you to prison.
Let's roll.
As the kids tour C Yard, a medium security area with hundreds of inmates. A security drill sends all but guards to the ground, a frightening scene for students, reality for those who live here.
This little small cell is my life. I'll take a real good look around.
Each 2-man cell, 6 by 12.
As each one of you guys leave here, make sure you look into that mirror and you say, I don't want to be here again. I'll never be back here in prison.
I don't want to be here.
Say it like you mean it, man.
I don't want to be here.
There you go.
I'm in so much pain when I'm here, Lord. Please take me away.
By the time the VITA kids leave the prison, it's cold and dark. A long ride home ahead, lots to think about.
Prison life is not a good life at all. It's like no room. You're on police commands all times.
Does it scare you?
Yeah, big time, man. It scares me a lot.
VITA boasts a 75% success rate, graduating 370 kids since January. These kids from Carson Station still have a month more to go.
Has it been really helpful?
Think you're going to make this program?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Christine Devine, Fox 11 News.
So you're not a Vegas high roller. And every loss just leaves you pale. But we found a spry little lady from the heartland who has come to the rescue of low rollers and the occasional gambler.
My favorite word is free.
The word free is Jean Scott's credo, and she and her husband Brad have used it to turn the Vegas casino complimentary perks system upside down.
We have not paid for a meal in Las Vegas probably for 16 years at least.
How about rooms?
We stayed 191 days in a casino hotel and never paid for one.
It was all comped.
All comped.
That's why Jean is known in this town as the Queen of Comps. And sucking Sin City dry is the mission of this preacher's daughter and author of the book, The Frugal Gambler.
Frugality was next to godliness. I got 250 410s. I'm quitting. When we first started out, we were only playing quarter video poker. It's not like we were high-level bettors.
The first trick to getting Vegas free, she says, think modest.
Well, I always say it's best to be a big frog in a little pond. If you want to get more of the luxuries, go to more like a mid-level casino.
More importantly,
I'd like to apply for a club card.
No matter where you gamble, immediately join the casino's club to get a free player's card. And then use it, Gene says, at every single table game. And at every slot you play to rack up electronically recorded points.
See, it says card accepted. If you're staying in Vegas and you're not putting your card in the machine, you might as well go up to your hotel room and throw money out the window.
How critical is it for the person to come in and immediately go get that card?
It's very critical, very important.
The Fiesta's executive casino host says that the card is the only way the casino knows that you exist. So it's the key to those comps.
Basically, your comp value is determined by how long you play and that play is recorded.
The casino logs every second, as well as how much you bet, win, and lose, all through that card. And the longer you're in action, rather than how much you win or lose, gives the casino host more discretionary power to offer you a freebie.
If this person's a reliable player, going to come back and back to his casino, then he's going to do some discretionary comping.
How far will you go giving people comps, though? Is it just drinks? Is it just a meal here and there?
Well, comping can include rooms, shows, even as far as probably even transportation.
But that's just half of the freebies game. The Queen of Comps says the other half is gumption.
My second most useful word is ask. Just was wondering, we played a few hours here. Would you mind giving me a comp for 2 to the buffet?
Sure, that's not a problem.
So besides using your card, you've also got to ask the casino host or the slots bank host for a comp. But do it politely, because attitudes cost. Also remember, don't bet more than you normally would.
7, you lose.
Because a free $20 buffet tastes lousy after losing $200.
We have the comps, but we don't lose money getting them.
And if you get on a hot roll, the casinos will spend more money on you to get your winnings back.
If you play enough, you never have to pay for a room, you never have to pay for a meal. We never pay for a show. We get gifts from the casinos. Everybody can get some comps, no matter if they're a nickel player.
At first glance, it looks like most other compact sedans, but lift the hood and you see why the Prius is different.
At certain times, the car will run specifically on the gas engine, and on certain times, the car will run specifically on the electric motor. And at some times, it will run on both. Welcome to North Hollywood Toyota. My name is Greg.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm
And your name? Nicole?
26-year-old aspiring actress Nicole Drake of Burbank has never seen a hybrid before.
I know nothing about the electrical.
But Nicole is about to find out.
This is the heart of the car. This is the hybrid system. You have the electric on this side. THS is a Toyota hybrid system. And you have the internal combustion engine on this side. You want to take it for a test drive?
Love to.
Okay, let's go. The battery will not die on you. When you run this car, the gas engine is charging the battery pack. So you will, literally, the only thing you can run out of here is gas.
What about the gas mileage? How much do you get?
Okay, well, this is a funny thing. The gas mileage on this car is actually better in the city than it is on the highway.
In fact, the EPA estimates that the Prius will get the best gas mileage of any car on the market today. 45 miles per gallon on the highway, a whopping 52 in the city.
The Prius is unique not just under the hood, but also in the cabin. The speedometer is in the middle, and just below it, a multi-function display screen.
It lets you know your fuel consumption, okay? It lets you know your energy transmission. It also is a controls for your radio. So what'd you think?
Smooth, nice drive.
Specifics are on the Tuesday test drive report card. Appearance, a B.
As far as the performance, I would give it an A.
And the fun factor?
Definitely give the fun factor an A.
The Toyota Prius, a hybrid that gets high marks.